just showing Scott Schweitzer the Saturday centerpiece from last week on the Mod Light categories with Zach Forrester and his stable of cars, and how the Mod Lights have really kind of matured and become a great class. And you were talking about that, so you're going to add them to another.
Yeah, we've officially added them to the Turkey Thunder, the 2015 edition of it. So they'll have 2 days of racing for probably $500+ a night. So
wow.
It's a great event. Hopefully we can draw some Ventura cars, a few Arizona cars, and they'll put on a heck of a show. But Zach's been instrumental, him and Tim, to get this division off the ground and been doing a great job. And it shows every time they show up to the track.
Turkey Thunder, I think, is going to be mature into a really spectacular event.
Yeah,
it's keep you busy.
It is, and it's cool because back in the day at the Speedway used to have the Turkey Night midget race, and that kind of changed venues. So for us to bring something back, it's real fun.
Well, you have that kind of end of your season, and then you have that big break, and it's like people are, I think, itching to get out there and race a little bit. That's what I got the feeling from last year.
One last time to put the car on the track before they put it away and get it ready for the following race season.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about what happened last weekend. Even though you weren't there, we still got great stuff from Tom Mock, all these photos, and to talk about with Kyle Griffith getting his first win of the season there as we go through these photos. But overall, the night belonged to Kyle Griffith. He gets the win over Steve Nolan, Chad Reichenbach, Chet Reeves, Brad Pounds, Roger Holder, Rob Sanders, Troy Folger, Josh Vogt, and then number 10 is just Carly. She's Brazilian. I don't know. I mean, maybe just one name. But go back to that he's got all the girls with him. I mean, this guy's out of control.
Well, when you win, that's what happens.
Yeah.
All the girls follow you. But no, it's great to see Kyle in victory lane. He's been working hard in a new division in the A-Mod. He's had some success up at Hanford to see him win in Bakersfield.
Right.
And it's pretty cool to see some different names up there, to see Chad Reichenbach, Chet Reeves, those type of guys up in the top 5. So it was a great night for everybody, and it's good to see those guys, get a positive night.
I think the message here has been, though, that in the modified sport mod classes, that it's just, it's every weekend's going to be something different. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. The racing's just been great.
There's some tough competition out there at Bakersfield. So, yeah, if you're in the top 10, if you're on that list right there, you're doing a heck of a job. Big
news here in the hobby stock category was that the winner was not Kevin Collier out of Porterville. And you're going to have those nights, and I think Kevin had that. He was, he has to start way back, and he finished 11th overall, but cleared the way for a new winner this weekend. That's Steven Johnson in the 26 car right there with the win, and he gets the win over Perry Alderman. There's Steven Johnson with the win. Brett Hosfeld, Jesse Bowles, Chris Settlemeyer, Ralph Cook, Robert Lawler, Aaron Stewart, Don Mead, and Mike Boley running out your top 10. So a few new names there, too.
Well, Steven Johnson's our reigning H&S Bodyworks Hobby Stock champion. He's taken some time off this year to help Mike Hill. That's why, he's been really working close with Mike Hill, and obviously Mike's success has been shown. So Steven's... If you see him on Facebook, he's been building this car. It's been in the garage.
Nice.
So he's finally got it out, and wow, I think it's only his second event in the car, and there he is sitting on top of the leaderboard. So, probably won't be the last time we see Steven's name up there, for the rest of the season.
Mix things up in the hobby stock class.
Yeah.
This is a fun class to watch.
And again, Perry Alderman, Jesse Bowles, Chris Settlemeyer, it's good to see some of those names up, and Brett Hosfeld up in the top 5. So a great night. Maybe this rain kind of shook things up a little bit and changed, got some of these guys, work a little harder, and it was a great night for them.
All right, and this is the IMCA stock cars, and look at this shot. I mean,
yeah, those cars, those are a very extreme race car. The 4-link suspension on them, what they run, and they hike them up like that. And again, a division that's building.
Right.
And we had a couple of cars come from Arizona, I believe, that showed up. Some of the sponsor of the division, Pat Biggs, Central Valley Tanks, was able to put up a little bit of money, some tow money. So, and that car right there, the 8 car, is Jordan Hager. Or Dylan Hager, I'm sorry, got a new car, so he's getting into the division. So this thing's growing. People are buying them. They're showing up.
The winner, that was Rick Childers Sr., Troy, is it Patey? It was the second, Ron Hurt in third, Jimmy Davey in fourth, and Manny Baldeviz in fifth. Moving on now to the Mod Light category, and the winner is none other than Zach Forrester. continuing to dominate this class. But it's a class that continues to build and show strength.
Yeah, and one of the interesting things I noticed on the the finishing order is J.D. Brown, which is our finished 10th there. He was a mini dwarfer. We got another kid from mini dwarf that is moving up in this class, and that was kind of the envision of this class is in the mini dwarf class when they reach that age, we didn't really have a division for him to go, and we want to keep him out of the dirt track. So that's kind of why we brought the Mod Lights to town, and this kind of shows with Anthony Balcazar and J.D. Brown and Kylie Forrester. We got mini dwarfers that are getting into the Mod Lights.
I think one of the outcomes of this particular story that we had was that the realization that Zach Forrester's daughter Kylie was given a car that was not as powerful as some of the other cars, because they were uncomfortable with the idea of her. She's only 9 years old, right? Driving what would be a full-powered Mod Light. And that she's actually going to promote up into a more powerful car, because she's always in the top 10 too, and she's 9 years old.
She's been doing a great job, and hers had a 600 horse, a 600 cc motor in it, and she's wanting the 1,000 like all the big guys. So she's doing a great job. Credit. I mean, obviously you can tell, she's been around racing her whole life with Zach racing out there at the track, and she's done a great job in mini dwarfs, and now here she is in Mod Lights, and we have not had a single problem with her. So it's good to see the kids out there.
Can you imagine that the dinner time conversations of that household? No, Dad. The 600 cc is not working for me.
Just not
Dad.
cutting it, Dad.
I got to have the 1,000 cc thing. I don't even know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I would say.
Maybe she needs to go out there and peel his stickers off and switch stickers, and then
great stuff. And then the mini dwarfs, Tom and this is some of the action from the mini dwarfs earlier in the day, and they were not able to run because of the rain.
Yeah, we got the heat races in, and then I guess got some more rain showers towards the end of the night, and unfortunately wasn't able to get their main events in. So we're looking at rescheduling that event, or we're gonna, it's tough now. Everybody's got their yearly schedule set, and it's tough. So we'll see what we can do there. If not, we're gonna, the next mini dwarf race, all the people were there, the racers and all that, we'll be able to get in free, and we'll get back on it.
Very good. All right, listen, the winner of the Grumpy Griff Award for this week is going to be Kyle Griffith. You've got to give it to him. Great win for him. Mike will not be here next week, but we'll have full results from Bakersfield Speedway, Kern County Raceway Park, and Blake Bowser may be here next week because he's on vacation. He's like in Hawaii. He's enjoying. He's actually visiting drag strips in Hawaii.
He must make a lot of money if he can go to Hawaii for 2 weeks. Maybe I ought to look into the drag strip, but maybe he wants to trade. I'll trade him a dirt track for a drag strip.
It's the March meet that does it for him every year.
Hey, and real quick, I want to ask everybody to give a quick prayer to Mike Mosier. Mike's struggling right now with some health issues and is having a tough time. So if people that follow him on Facebook can see that, he could really use the good wishes and the prayers to help him get through this tough time. So the race doctor is a huge part of our program out there, and he's really, really struggling right now with some health issues. We are
greatly appreciative of Mike Mosier. He has been a wonderful person for me to know and to talk to, and I valued every time I've had to talk to him. Yeah. And I feel you on that one.
Yeah,
too.
It's a tough time he's going through right now, and I mean, when he gets out there to the track, I mean, get him in his seat. I mean, he's the good old Mike, but he's having a tough time. So everybody out there in internet land, if they could say a prayer for him and help him and get him back on his feet.
We'll ask for that for sure. We appreciate everything that he's done for us and for the show and propping it up for us as well. All right, well, thank you very much, Scott. We'll talk to you next week, and next week we'll have all the results. Join us again here on the Power Hour. Talk to you next week. Bye.